Alright, how's it going, guys? Today we are going to get started on making the red circuit board that we need for making the red circuit. So what we need for this is a phenolic board, copper and tin plates, and ferric chloride solution. We have the middle two, so we just need the top one and the bottom one. So we're going to start with the board. For the board, we need resin and wood. And wood we have in abundance, so that's not a problem. Resin, we can either do liquid resin, or we can literally just pull the resin right out of wood. I honestly do not know why they didn't disable this recipe when they added the liquid resin, and there are ways of getting the liquid resin through bio ways, so I'm going with the liquid resin for multiple reasons. One, the other one is way too damn easy, but also because I need to use up more of the green algae, which means we can use carbon dioxide to make the urea we need, and we already have nitrogen and hydrogen. We're already making ammonia right here, although we are going to make another setup to make it. So that'll give us the urea gas. Then for formaldehyde, we need methanol gas and green metal catalyst, and we can make methanol gas from cellulose fiber. We can also do it from methane gas, which is an option, because actually right now I think I'm going to do something different for this problem. But right here we have no gas moving again, and it's not because of that we have no oil production, which we need for lubricant. But it's not because any of these are full. Most of them are actually empty, and these are still not full. The problem is that our methanol is not making plastic because we are full on plastic. That's an easy fix. I can just throw in a buffer, because the only plastic we have is on that line. And I do believe for this here, we need plastic right there. So we're going to be needing more of it than what we have currently. So I'm going to make a buffer to fix that. So we're basically going to make most of our resin from wood. We're going to do ammonia from our nitrogen and our hydrogen. We're going to do carbon dioxide from wood pellets, which come from our green algae. Then we're going to do formaldehyde from methanol and green metal catalyst. So that methanol is going to come from cellulose fiber, which also comes from our green algae. So let's get this started. We need a chemical reactor first, which we already have 2 of them made. And I've already filled in all of this, but where our water pump is here. And I think I'm going to move this water pump, because it's coming over and down and into these. I think I'm actually going to move it down here so we can get rid of this little spot too, and that'll just leave this area for our pumps. But I haven't done so yet, and I don't need to at the moment. but I think I'm going to do that. But we're going to put this here, and we have our nitrogen and our hydrogen here. So we need to move both of these. Let's see, is there an easier way to get the... Yeah, we can sneak the hydrogen right through here. And then we can take the nitrogen. That comes from here. So we can just pull this right across. It always has to do that. Alright, so there's our nitrogen and our hydrogen. So we're going to have them both coming in this side. So we're going to do that. We're going to do that. Connect those, connect that. And we need to set this for ammonia. And we're also going to need the red metal catalyst. So we're going to set this right there. And I'm going to copy that setting and stick it on there. Let's go ahead and get us a light pole in here so we can see what's going on a little bit better. And we can go ahead and just do this, which is completely the wrong way around. And now that one's the wrong way around. And then we can do this. Jump that over there. And then bring that into right there. And I accidentally made an extra chute, so I'm going to use it. I need to make 2 sets of these and throw them in there. And then we're just going to do the jump it back and forth method. And why do we not have... We have... Because they're connected to the wrong frickin' ones. Really? Oh, I hate that. I so hate that. Alright, so we need to take this one down to here and over to there. And we're going to take this one over to here. And then up there, I guess. Okay, so now we have nitrogen and hydrogen, and we're making our ammonia. Now, problem is we're kind of low on hydrogen because we're full on oxygen, which is amazing, but we need to make sure that this here, we're going to pull this pipe out, and we're going to put a top-up valve in there. Or, no, sorry, an overflow valve in there. So that only if this pipe gets full will it ever send hydrogen in here. which is being burned off for power. So basically our hydrogen should start filling now. And we might actually have to start voiding some oxygen. Hopefully we won't have to. But it is a possibility. Now we need to run... actually, I'm trying to decide here, because our green algae is over on this side. By the way, I chose to do that over there because I have a straight shot up to where I need this. Otherwise, I could have done it over on this side, which is closer to our stuff, but I'd rather do it over there. And somewhere around here, right here, I have a carbon dioxide tank, which is being filled from down here if this is running, and it's not. And it's also being filled up here, which this has an overflow valve on it. But I'm not quite sure why it's turned that direction. We have carbon dioxide running this way, which is going in here to make carbon monoxide. Running over here. Now, if it's running way over here, we can tap it off of there. Okay, it is running right across here. Oh, this is going for our... this is going into these. Because this needs carbon dioxide. Okay. So yeah, we can just tap right off of this pipe right here and bring it right down through there. So we're just going to pop this out. Bring it back like that. We can't jump there. So we're going to have to bring it over a bit. So we'll bring it over so it's on this plane. And then we can run this right on down. And, oops, too far. We'll go about right there for right now. So the next thing we need to do is just mix these two together in another chemical plant, and it's going to give us more purified water, which is always good. Let's go ahead and just put this here. We need to set it for, where is it? Nitrogen monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, formaldehyde. Where in the hell is what we are looking for? It should be in this one. Dioxide. There it is. No, that's not it either. Urea. There it is. Alright, so we need that into there. Then we need to run this over into there. We need to get a electric pole. Carbon dioxide is not in there yet because I have not connected that. So now we have our carbon dioxide. And now we need to connect the purified water up, which we have purified water coming in there. Where is my... Okay, here's my big holding tank. So this is a top up. We should keep that filled up. And that is coming from those. So we're just going to run it into that and hope for the best. I may have to change it. Hopefully that'll work. And I have things attacking my wall. So give me a minute. I gotta go kill some things. Alright, I figure I'd show you guys this. So basically it's just a big bunch trying to move in and settle down up here. So we're just gonna give them a little pop in the ass. One shot will take care of them. And now we got to see where they actually came in, which is right here. So these will be the ones that are giving us trouble. And I have no idea what killed this guy. I hadn't even came up here yet. Alright, so they've got some big ones in here. This one might take me a minute. So I'll be back. Alright, now I can finally get back to work. So basically I came out here and took out about 4 nests right in this area. So that should be taken care of. I do need to apparently come start working these guys back as well. But we need to get back to making our board here. So we have the purified water output. We now have our urea made. So we need to take the urea and mix it with formaldehyde. And for formaldehyde, we need methanol. And we're doing that in a liquefier with cellulose fiber. So we need to get that made. And since we have our cellulose fiber makers over here, that means we're going to have to pipe that fluid over. We also have all of our silver and aluminum up here somewhere here. And this is where we're probably going to be making the actual stuff. So we're going to send the urea up here, and we're going to probably make the methanol over here and then send it up that way. So this is where all of the cellulose is made. We need to keep an eye out and make sure that this is making plenty of carbon dioxide, which it isn't supposed to make any unless we're empty up there, so we'll have to just keep an eye on that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pull this out, which I don't think is needed. And we're basically just going to jump this up and over to here. And then that was liquefiers we needed, which I know there's some in here because I just took them out. Alright, so this needs to make methanol. There we go. Now we'll just do this. And if we end up running low, we just tap into the one over there. That's not a big deal. Alright, so now we'll put one of these. Actually, we want one of these because that should be able to reach all four. And I'm going to try this and see if these are going to work. And if not, I got to see how long it takes to run this. Oh yeah, they're slow. That's going to be fine. Fine, just fine. Then we can do this. Jump that over to that one. And now I'm going to run the methanol and the urea up to where we're doing the rubber. And I'll see you guys up there when I get these pipes ran. Alright, so I've got it ran up here. And we're doing this in a chemical plant. So we're doing formaldehyde. There we go. So it can go into either one of these. So we're going to actually, you know what? I've got my urea coming down here. Let's do this backwards. So we're doing urea and formaldehyde. And that needs to be in a chemical plant to make liquid resin. So let's make one more chemical plant. I'm going to move this back to about here. Copy that over to there. And then this one needs to be changed to liquid resin. And it figures that's going to be backwards. So we need to put that to that one. And then we can do that straight over there. This one needs the catalyst. So we need to do a assembler for that. And honestly, I've got regular assemblers left, so let's just use one of them. We're going to do the back and forth method here. We're going to make 20 of these. We're going to set this to green metal. Pop that in there. And we'll do a splitter right there. Run that up. Get a mini loader, but I'd rather a gray one if we got one. Oh yeah, we got 39 of them. Alright, so we just need that to power them. And we can do that to get power into here. So we need to figure out why we have... Wait a minute, why is that? I completely did this backwards. You are a dumbass. Okay, well, luckily we can pop that right across there. Alright, so now it's got its urea. Now I just need to get this one. into here. There. So now we have that being made. There's our liquid resin. So for the last thing, we need a assembler. So we'll just throw it over here on the side, and that needs to be the yellow assembler. Just pop that right there. Set that for the resin. Turn it that way. And give it a pipe. Give it a bit of power with a light. And we now have our resin. So the only thing we need to do now is mix wood and resin together in another assembler, and that'll make our boards. So what I'm going to do for that is use one of our loaders here to eject it, and we're just going to run this right on down this way, except I don't want it going through here because we're going to be doing something in here rather soon. Alright, so we have wood coming through here. Oh, I should have ran that over this way. I think we're actually going to make these circuits right there. So let's change this. Luckily it hasn't made enough of them yet. And I'll probably have to upgrade this and put in multiple of these later, but for right now this will work. We'll just bring it right over there. Now we need to change the power to there. And we'll put a splitter on about right there. And we'll bring this over here. Plop in an assembler. And set this to Phenolic board. With two inserters. Give it a bit of power. Alright, so that'll make our boards. These are not too bad on speed. So now the next thing we need to do is get the ferric chloride solution, which is iron and hydrogen chloride gas. Hydrogen chloride gas, we're pretty much going to be mixing hydrogen and chlorine. We could do this, but I don't know what this is used for. It'll make glycerol, which we can use to make explosives with stuff we already have. But we have to get this done, and that's actually a military one. We can actually do that. So let's go ahead and start that up. I didn't think we had any militaries yet, but yeah, we've got quite a few of them we could be running here. Ooh, turret 3s too. Alright, so we might look into that one. Let's see, sodium hydroxide. Allyl chloride, hydrochloric. Damn it, I bumped the button. Get off of the flamethrower. Alright, back to the hydrogen chloride gas, which we can do from propene and chlorine. Propene comes from naphtha or methanol. Methanol is good. Anything we can do for methanol, I like, because it uses up some of that green algae. And if we do it that way, instead of this way, we don't have to do the red metal catalyst. And we already have the methanol up here, so we just got to get the chlorine up here. And then we need sodium hydroxide, which we have somewhere. And I think we've already made hydrochloric acid. If we haven't, it comes from hydrogen chloride, which we're making. Alright, so that is done. Let's go ahead and... what other military ones do we have we can do? Turret 3, nice nitroglycerin processing. That is going to give us nitroglycerin, which can then be used to make something. And we can start making the special bullets with that. Alright, let's go ahead and start that. Ooh, laser turret 2s too. And all the energy stuff. We can't do military 3 yet, but we can go ahead and get these other ones worked on. Alright, so I'm going to look into what all we need to do for this, and I will be back with you guys, and we will set up the ferric chloride and probably start making these red circuit boards in the next one. And then after that, we get to start the long train of making transistors, which means we got to make silicon and all that fun stuff. So have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one.